Let you all open all your three eyes.
Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
In this sacred manual of power manifestation, which serves as a scriptural authority containing the Shastra Pramanas, eternal unchangeable truths, Apta Pramanas, Atma Pramanas, Sakshi Pramanas, and Prataksha Pramanas, we present to you the various powers of Paramashiva. By this, we place before humanity the supreme authenticity of the power manifestation science established by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness Nityananda Paramashivam. Paramashiva has systematically revealed these powers in their purest forms as various techniques and revelations to experience pure oneness with Paramashiva. As a direct experience of oneness with Paramashiva, his Shaktis powerfully manifest in an initiated being at different levels of human consciousness, physicality, physiology, psychology, and neurology permanently. We offer these power manifestation manuals to celebrate your experience of oneness with the Supreme Paramashiva. Nityanandam.
Nityanandam, Jnanapatati Manual, under the guidance of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam. Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nityanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadusham Tattvamasyaadilakshya Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. What is power manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself explaining what is power manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I have added the ultimate powerfulness, Turiyatita, in your whole being and doing. Manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, playing with life, playing with being alive. Static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence, all these three has no boundary. You are one with it. You are alive in everything. Everything listens to you. Everything decides as you want. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, raising your frequency, not work.
Now let's understand who is Paramashiva. Bhagwan himself has beautifully explained the Paramashiva in all of us.
Paramashiva does manifestation, maintenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion and liberation. He resides in his supreme Paramashiva Swarupa as Ajomuha or Adhomuha, unborn, beyond form, formlessness. Is Paramashiva Swarupa. That Paramashiva Swarupa manifests with these 5 faces as Sadashiva, Tatpurusha, Vamadeva, Ahora, Satyojata, Ishana. 5 faces he manifests and does the Panchakritya, Srishti, manifestation, Sthiti, sustenance, Samhara, rejuvenation, Trobhava, pulling out of delusion, Anugraha, liberation. Understand? He does all these 5 jobs. Through these 5 phases. Now listen carefully. Tatpurusham, Vamadevam, Satyojatam, Ahoram, Ishanam. These 5 phases does Panchakrityas. Each phase, each dimension is not just one F-A-C-E phase, P-H-A-S-E phase. It's not just F-A-C-E, P-H-A-S-E. Understand? The creation, not just creation getting created, even sustenance need to be created, destruction need to be created, and pulling out of delusion need to be created, liberation need to be created. Then creation, manifestation need to be maintained. Maintenance, sthiti itself need to be maintained. Destruction, samhara, the rejuvenation need to be sustained, maintained when it is happening. Pulling out of delusion, trobhava, need to be maintained when it is happening. And anugraha, liberation, need to be maintained when it is happening. Those micromilliseconds when it is happening. So understand, Satyojata Murti as 5 phase, Ishana Murti as 5 phase, Vamadeva Murti as 5 phase, Agora Murti has 5 phase, Tatpurusha Murti has 5 phase. So, Tatpurusha Murti as is 5 phase, Agora Murti has is 5 phase, Vamadeva Murti has is 5 phase, Satyojata Murti has his 5 phase, Ishana Murti has his 5 phase. All these 5 Murtis, 5 phases put together is 25 phases of Mahasadashiva.
Bhagwan beautifully explained Paramashiva Now, who is His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nityananda Paramashivam? Let's hear from Bhagwan himself. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nityananda Paramashivam, is a reviver of Kailasha, the ancient Enlightenment civilization, the great cosmic borderless nation. Is an avatar from and is a Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nityananda Paramashivam has made Science of Power Manifestation Yoga temple-based university for humanity, Sovereign Order of Kailasha, led by His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nityananda Paramashivam and Nityananda Order of Monks, Nuns, Hindu diasporas are working for global peace to give superconscious breakthrough to humanity. Nityananda Hindu University, world's largest with extended campus in 150 countries, is collecting, organizing, preserving, time capsuling, decoding, spreading and reviving 20 million source books of Hinduism and 64 sacred arts, science like Ayurveda, music, dance, sculpting, astrology, Vastu, and many more. His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nityananda Paramashivam is 293rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Shamalapita Sarvanyapita, ancient apex body of Hinduism and present emperor of Suryavamsa Surangi Swamrajyam. His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nityananda Paramashivam has survived the worst persecution of multiple assassination attempts on person and character by anti-Hindu elements. Beautifully, Bhagwan now explains who is His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nityananda Paramashivam.
Everything is infinitely powerful. You realize your potentiality. You establish yourself in the completion, space of completion. You are God, that's all. All of us are gods. The first experience is that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360 degree. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel, experience the skin of the stone on rock on which I was sitting and the skin of this body. Both carry me equally. In both I exist equally. Sangha is a place where the tattvas are taught to you, and till it becomes satya, you are supported. Akhadas are basically founded by Sadashiva himself. All is ganas, Shiva ganas. Exactly the word gana means. In your length, breadth, depth, if you are filled by Shiva, you are Shiva gana. All the Shiva ganas formed the first Akhada. Later on, much later, Kapila Muni organizes Mahanirvani Akhada. Then all other Akhadas. As Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani Akhada, the oldest apex body of Hinduism, I welcome every one of you. What I am teaching is from original Agamas Yogapada. The science very clearly declares, Sadashiva is very clear, manifestation of these powers happen when you experience oneness with Sadashiva.
When you choose your guru, the best thing is find a person who is enlightened, experienced, who can play with energy, who can directly transmit experience to you, and who is in tune with the original Shastras, the source of the knowledge. All the revealed scriptures available about the yoga directly by Sadashiva for you to do research, study, practice, question the people who teach.
The science of power manifestation is a gift to the humanity which is authentic, time-tested, scientific, and foolproof. Diksha, or the initiation from His Divine Holiness, Nityananda Paramashivam, makes the science directly an experience for the initiates. The experience is directly authenticated by the Pramanas. The Shastra Pramanas, the eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures, the Veda and Agamas. The Apta Pramanas, the experience of the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nayanamars, Alvars, and Siddhars, who are the authority of Hinduism, who have scientists who time-tested and verified the science of power manifestation. The Atma Pramanas are the avatar who land on the planet Earth to give a superconscious breakthrough to humanity. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, this millennium's avatar, personal experience of power manifestation. Shakshi Pramanas, or the experience of the millions of disciples, devotees, and followers initiated into the science of power manifestation by Bhagavan himself. Pratyaksha Pramanas, or the scientific studies which can be measured, measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state.
Nityananda Jnanapatati for Power of Akashic Record. Let's go to Powerful Cognition from Bhagavan Satsang Living Advaita.
Means, please understand, I am giving you the technical definition of Shravana, which will really help you if you can visualize that. When Ganga river moves from one ghat to another ghat, it is called Shravana. Means, you be an empty space for the sound to travel through you. Please listen. When Ganga moves from Rishikesh to Haridwar, she is not leaving Rishikesh. She enriches Rishikesh also and moves to Haridwar. In listening, you are expected to be like that. The words move through you does not mean you are not enriched. You are also enriched, but it goes on enriching everything around you. It goes on enriching everything around you. Right Shravana. Please understand. You will be surprised to know some of the great definitions in Vedic tradition. The definitions of some of the technical terms are just examples. No separate definition is given. Only examples are provided. Dhyana means Tailadhara Patra. That's all is defined. Means when the oil flowing from one vessel to another vessel, when it is poured, that is called dhyana. Same way, Ganga moving from one ghat to another ghat, one place to another place, is called Shravana. Understand? Shravana, listening, is one of the most powerful process to achieve completion. Most powerful process to achieve completion. When no one stands by you, completion can stand by you. When no one listens to you, listening will listen to you. Develop this habit of listening. You having the habit of listening itself will be such powerful friend to yourself. Please understand. You can develop a best friend for yourself through the habit of listening. Your habit of listening can be an amazing friend for you in all your difficult times. You don't need somebody else listening you. Your habit of listening is enough. It can be an amazing friend. Understand, this land where you are sitting, at least for last million years, please understand, million years, when I say I mean, I am talking with my integrity. At least 10 lakh years, this land is the place of knowledge. Human beings were coming here to meet the Adi Guru, who carried the physical body, walking around in this area, living in this area, sharing the knowledge of human consciousness. Please understand. You may ask, how I am so sure? 10 lakh years. The star, constellation of the stars, the astronomical happenings, which could have happened only 10 lakh years before, were precisely recorded, which cannot be recorded unless you are seeing it directly when it is happening. Unless when those stars and constellations are happening, unless you see it, you can't record so precisely. That precisely, the constellations, astronomical events, which cannot be imagined through the astrological calculations, still the modern day astronomers, people who are working with the space, were shocked. The Rigvedic recordings of the constellations, astronomical happenings, the precise way they are recorded, at least 10 lakh years before, astrological happenings are recorded. And one more important information you need to know. The point zero was always Haridwar. All the recordings match the space between Haridwar and Rishikesh. That was the space from where the observations are done and recorded. Whether some of the unique planet alignments, stars alignments happened 10 lakh years before, were precisely recorded, observed from this zone. So at least for last million years, human beings were coming here to receive the various knowledge about life, various branches of knowledge about life, consciousness, cosmos, universe, individual consciousness, enlightenment, and everything. So please understand, you are in the land where Adi Guru walked and shared the science of living with human beings. And with all my integrity and authenticity, I promise and commit with you, you will listen the same truth with same authenticity in the same voice. Adi Guru, Mahadeva, Shiva has not left anything. To be discovered. But he goes on allowing us to enjoy the excitement of rediscovery and reinvention. He lets us rediscover to keep us all excited, to keep us all inspired, engaged, entertained. He happens again and again and again, helping human beings to rediscover your own glorious, superconscious, existential experience by teaching you the science of life, science of consciousness. You are here in the same place and the same space of Mahadeva, Adi Guru, Shiva, to listen to the truths which is being sung, which is in this very air, which fills this very air for last 10 lakh years at least. At least 10 lakh years. I don't want to say 10 lakh years before Adi Guru walked on this land. I can say at least 10 lakh years before, because the constellations recorded by the direct observations in the Rig Veda are at least 10 lakh years before. And I can be sure many shakas, branches which we lost, can have the secrets, recordings which were much earlier also. So I can be sure of only one thing, at least 10 lakh years before these truths have started getting sung in this zone, they are filled in this air, unbroken for last 10 lakh years. Unbroken for last 10 lakh years. Please listen. Even I used to believe we are only 10,000-15,000 years old from the British historians' stupid theories and theologies. Thanks to one of the great Swami, Prakashanand Saraswati, who opened my eyes, made me understand. If you can, I want all of you to read his book. He has written a beautiful book on the history of Hinduism, which I made as a syllabus for all our sannyasis in the ashram, and I'll strongly recommend all of you to read that book. That book has opened my eyes to logically understand that Rig Veda is at least 10 lakh years old. And I am happy. I read his book and I dedicate my knowledge, this knowledge, at his feet. And I also wanted to tell you all, after reading that whole thing, with my pure consciousness, I scanned it. The whole thing was true. And I have also referred the cosmic archives. The information Prakashananda Saraswati is presenting is true. This land was part of the oldest university, Naimisharanya. Naimisharanya means the place where people never sleep. This was the place where Kutakeshas lived. Like Kashi was the place only people who can fly were living. Naimisharanya, only people who conquered the sleep were living. Means that amount of completion they were carrying. Understand? Sleep itself is nothing but you trying to escape from your incompletions. Thoughts are nothing but incompletions. If you are having the same thought again and again, you are stuck in an incompletion deeply. So if you are having thoughts regularly, you are having incompletions. If you have thoughts, you need sleep. If you have incompletions, you need escape from incompletions. Sleep is not completion, it's escape from incompletions. It is like a temporary shutting down, saving yourself from the incompletions. When you are in the highest space of completion, complete completion, the perpetual completion, you don't need sleep.
Let's move to Shastra Pramana. Shastra Pramana are eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures.
The Shastra Pramana for the power of remote viewing or Akashic reading is taken from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 84, Dharana 61. Akasham vimalam pashyan Kritva drishtim nirantaram Stabdhatma takshanad devi Bhairavam vapurapnuyat Akasham vimalam pashyam Kritva drishtim nirantaram Stabdhatma takshanad devi Bhairavam vapurapnuyat.
Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 84, Dharana 61. Bhagavan Paramashiva says, look at the spotless infinite etheric space, Akasha. Beyond the sky and clouds, one should fix one's gaze without blinking continuously and make the body and the inner space steady and motionless. In that very moment, O Devi, one attains the nature and powers of infinite space, Bhairava. Bhagavan beautifully says about different types of listening, different levels of listening, and how we can live in the listening itself is the best friend when nobody is there for us. He says so beautiful. The first level of listening, where we are unconsciously living, we have no idea what is happening in our life, and we are continuing to live like that. That is the first level of listening, we have no awareness. The next level of our listening, we have some awareness that at least whatever is happening it is reflected in our dream exactly that same day. We are living so intensely, so the dream will reflect immediately into what we are experiencing in the daytime. That is the next level of listening. Next level of listening, Bhagavan beautifully says, the complete completion. We will not have any dream if we have complete completion, perpetual listening. If we have complete completion with everything, action, word, and thought, whatever we are doing, in that state of listening, we will not have any dream. It will be a deep sleep. Even 4 hours sleep would be very sufficient for us to function fully. The next level of listening, Bhagavan says, so beautiful, you don't need sleep at all. You'll be Kutakesha. Naimisharya, the university that Bhagavan is talking about, was a place where Kutakesha lived. All of them had no sleep at all. So the whole place was absolutely, they did not sleep. Like he says, Kashi was a flying place. People only flew around in the way they existed. These are humans he's talking about, how they existed on planet Earth as a much advanced way of living. How they lived was a very advanced way of existing. They had lifestyle on planet Earth. And that science Bhagavan is revealing now and educating all of us to raise to that possibility. The amount of listening will bring us grounded to no thought zone. Thoughts are there as long as we are not listening. If we are talking, there's only thoughts. If you are listening, there's absolutely no thoughts because there's nothing. Absolutely, we are only contributing in the space of others. There's no I, me, my, nothing is happening. I'm in the pure space of just listening. That's why Bhagavan says listening is God. When you are in deep space of listening, there is no I, me, or my, no identity, no ego, no mind. It is just listening continuously. Such a beautiful space happens when you give listening with awareness, complete awareness. You're listening to the whole thing. You merge into that and you are in the space of God. Again, listening to what? If you're listening to unconscious things, which cannot lead you to conscious listening. Bhagavan beautifully says here, conscious listening. Not listening to some unconscious thing, you're forgetting yourself. But in full awareness, full alive, you're listening to something that makes you more and more aware and more alive. That is the space of listening he's talking about. Just unconsciously listening to the television or audio is not listening. There we are putting our mind to some other space where it just goes on forgetting the identity. Like Bhagavan said, forgetting identity or shutting down, putting to sleep are not the ways of saying I'm in the listening space. When you go to sleep, you're shutting down. The system has no idea and it just randomly goes into deep sleep and dream state randomly. Nobody controls what is happening. Same way, you can put it into the television where it has no idea what it is doing, just time is passing, but you don't live alive. You don't know how much time passed, but you are there. So the shutting down or just becoming casual and just not listening is not listening. He says conscious listening, being fully alive and aware. In television or listening to song, we are not alive. We are just listening to put our mind to some other state so that it doesn't disturb, keep it busy. But that is not listening, Bhagavan says. Listening is something you have a pure space of oneness, alive and live, how everything exists for you. That space of listening, Bhagavan is telling us. With this Shastra Pramana and with the powerful space of listening, and how he gave so many astronomical details of how they lived such advanced technology and advanced superconscious being, Bhagavan is raising us to do that by manifesting powers of Paramashiva. Now, with this, let's move to the Apta Pramana. The Apta Pramana are the authorities of Hinduism, rishis and scientists who have tested and verified the science. So here we have Valmiki Ramayan, Kishkinta, Kandas, chapter 58, text 20. Jatayu's brothers, revealing to Lord Rama about the direction in which Ravana had flown when they kidnapped Sita. He revealed the exact distance of the place of Lord Rama from where they were located currently, the southern tip of the land. Jatayu and Sampati were the sons of Aruna and the nephews of Garuda. When Ravana forcefully trying to take Sita to Lanka after kidnapping her, Jatayu was present nearby and he saw that what was happening. He tried his best to stop Ravana from taking away Sita and even managed to injure him. In the process, Ravana slit his wings off with his sword and fatally wounded him. While searching frantically for Sita, Rama and Lakshmana found the body of Jatayu lying on the ground. He told them the entire incident and also told them about the direction in which Ravana had taken Sita. Hanuman, Jambava, Angad tried and exhausted from the search reached the southernmost end of the land with their battalion from the search reached the southernmost of the end of the land with battalion of monkeys. With no energy left to move, they collapsed on the ground with thirst. There they encountered a huge vulture, Sampadi, Jatayu's brother. Sampadi tells them that a few days ago he had seen Ravana forcefully carry a beautiful young lady in a flying chariot, Pushpaka Vimana, to Lanka, which was 100 yoni from the place they were at. So this vulture gave the direction of the place and the location of the place where Lanka was to Hanuman. With this, let's go to Atma Pramana. Atma Pramana are Leelas of Bhagavan. Bhagavan beautifully narrates on Akashic reading.
I wanted to say a few words about this a sudden new development. Yesterday, Brahmacharis asked me, what is the difference between your regular satsang and the Akashic readings? Please understand, in regular satsang, I just utter the words what you want to listen. More sophisticated, polished, sweet to your ears, able to understand by your mind. Akashic reading is just as it is in the record, I am reading it out. In that, nobody is involved. Just the independent intelligence of the cosmos the source of the creation, gives its expectations about your life, how the Creator feels the life should be, what for He created what He created, what for He is maintaining what He is maintaining, what for He is rejuvenating and refreshing what He is rejuvenating and refreshing. So in this, nobody is involved other than the ultimate superior, the source of creation. And please understand, these readings are uneditable, unalterable. They cannot be edited, altered, manipulated. This is a command I give for the Nityananda mission, Nityananda Sangha, forever, forever. These unedited versions of the original format of these readings should be made to available to the whole world, free of cost, forever. Nobody has a right to comment on these readings. Nobody has a right to manipulate these readings. Nobody has a right to interpret, comment these readings. They are complete unto themselves. For anybody to live in tune with the cosmos, the Jivan Mukti, living enlightenment, does not need any special practice other than listening to these great readings again and again and again. When you listen to these great readings, naturally your negative logic is penetrated, broken, and these great truths settle in your inner space, and they make you live enlightenment. I know the power of the happening. Just now what is happening? I thank Mahadeva for being so compassionate and graceful, for offering his very book of heart to the whole world, letting all of us to read his book of heart, what he keeps in his heart as the most sacred secret knowledge. Thank you, Mahadeva, for letting all the beings to become Mahadeva. This science will make every heart which receives will become Shiva. Rishi means the person who sees the mantras. Mantra means the words which shows the path to people and liberates people towards enlightenment, shows path to the highest consciousness. I can say now starts the real Nityananda Sangha and Nityananda mission. These Akashic readings are the beginning of Nityananda mission, because these readings, which will go on for at least 108 days, will form the core. This will form the basis of Nityananda Sangha. From these readings, the teachings Nityananda Sangha need to teach to the world, the classes you need to conduct, the lifestyle you need to live, everything will evolve from this 108 Akashic readings. Here, I am just reading out exactly as the cosmos wants to present itself to all of us. I promise there will not be any way, even the slight interpretation, interference, commentary, pollution, contamination from my side into these readings. Without any fear or greed, the source is opening itself to the whole world. Nityananda should never be claimed as the author or speaker of these readings. It is only channeled through the body of Nityananda. Let it be clearly told to the world. Let it be on record. I am not the speaker. I am not the owner of these words. These words cannot be copyrighted. A pure, sacred secrets of the spiritual world. It is the book of art of the cosmos. It is from the very source, the cosmic archives. Today, Bhagavan starts with the subject birth. Let him read out whatever he wants to read and utter. Then he will answer your questions also. So whatever Kalabhairava reads out in the morning will be the Shruti, the ultimate truths for life. Whatever he answers in the evening to your questions about direct day-to-day problems will be Smriti. Living those great truths in your everyday situation. Applying those great truths in your everyday situation. Let Mahadeva, Kala Bhairava be invoked. Shiva, 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 Shiva. Shiva, 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 Shiva. Namah Shivaya. Shivaya Namah. Shivaya Namah. Shiva 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 Shiva. This is the readings from the Akashic records about birth. There is no such thing as birth exists. Every individual water drop in the ocean, when it moves by its very innate intelligence, visualizes it is born and separated from the whole, when it gets rid of the very root delusion, it is called enlightenment. The birth is not happening as human beings understand as the separation from the source. The source continues to exist as part of the part which thinks it is already become part from the source. Source participates completely with the part in every action, in every deed, in every step, in every behavior, in every moment, through its all-permeating penetration presence. The participation is never allows the separation of the part from the whole, so the part continues to be the part of the whole. The birth, as you understand, does not exist in the cosmos. Continuously, your movements, your desires creates different states of consciousness in you. Because of these altered states of consciousness like lust, anger, greed, fear, jealousy, competition, love, feeling of deprived, depression, because of these various experiences and the expressions, part starts feeling it is separated from the whole. The moment the part feels it is separated from the whole, it claims it has taken birth. So, the birth actually does not happen as you think. When a body comes out of another one body, it cannot be called as birth. Only when the individual awareness feels its independent existence, the birth begins. Birth is the beginning of the suffering, as the part forgets its source existence connection and participation with the source. As the source relationship is forgotten by the part, the deluded suffering becomes the lifestyle from the moment of the birth. Birth cannot be considered as the separation of the body you are carrying from another one body which you call as mother, as this does not immediately inflict suffering into the individual part, because the individual part does not claim, feel, potent, participate in the concept that it is individual part. So the truth exists as it is, even though the body is separated from the another one body which you may call as mother. The moment the individual consciousness feels, the part is no more participating directly with the whole, that moment can be considered as birth. That moment indicates the individual's suffering beginning. It may get extended as long as that individual, that part, feels it is independent existence from the whole existence. When the part remains as the part, it continues to create various forms of conscious states, and the various forms of conscious states creates the kaleidoscopy experience of this world for that individual part. When the individual part realizes its mistake of remembering itself from the whole, it relaxes into the whole. That moment is called enlightenment. In this deepest form of the truth, O the souls which feels deluded, you are separated, you are moved away from the whole, come back, remember, in the form of breathing, in the form of heat, in the form of your body, in the form of the thoughts penetrating into your system from the space. I, the whole, continue to hold, support, feel, be part and participate in the existence, and in the part of the existence, even though the part does not feel I am participating in your existence, I am the source, partner, part and whole of your very existence. O dear souls who feel you have departed from the whole, relax from your delusion. Whatever you think as the distance between the source and you, it is just your thinking. The distance remains zero from the beginning of your journey, from and during the journey and till the end of the journey. Listen to this great sacred secret that will make you realize this great truth. Your birth has never happened as you consider your birth date. The birth is your imagination day, the day you felt you are separate from the whole. So relax from that imagination. The day is the day of your enlightenment.
Let's move to the Shakshi Pramana, experience of millions who have manifested and sharing with all of us. initiated by Bhagavan and demonstrating and sharing their testimonial.
Welcome back to my channel. My name is Mayog Mata. I'm 12 years old and I'm from the US. So today's topic is about how the Akashic readings is. What is Akashic reading exactly? So the Akashic reading is when you invoke Kalivara himself into your body. So the space, your body, it's just physically you. But inside whatever it is, it's Kalivara himself. You are a channel for whatever is going to be revealed. And what is that going to be revealed from that body? What is going to be revealed from Kalivara? See, anybody can come and ask you any question regarding the past, present and future. And whatever you see on the deity, we have a Nayakar Murti, a deity of Swamiji. On that, after applying the Jnananjana, we will be able to see in golden letters. We will be able to see in golden letters the answer for whatever questions they are asking regarding the past, present and future. And also, because of that, all your problems can be solved just so simply. You have to just come and ask the question, and the answer will be given, and it's accurate to more than 100%, and it's completely accurate whatever it is. So if you want to experience this Akashic readings, come and join us at tiny.cc akashicreadings.com. So this is the link, and if you want to join us physically here, you can come here, stay in the Bangalore Adina, and join us here in Inner Awakening. Thank you.
So with this, let's go to the instruction to manifest the power of Akashic reading and Pratyaksha Pramana, the scientific behind the whole science of Akashic reading.
Pratyaksha Pramana, scientific studies what can be measured, measuring the effect of being in enlightenment state. The science behind Akashic reading. As time exists simultaneously as a dimension of space, all energy or information, energy is nothing but subjective information, is waiting to be decoded depending on the parameters and objects used. To explain this with a simple analogy, electricity is coded energy and is decoded in an object called a light bulb, and thus manifests as the light. At a classical level, all information is stored in bits in computer language as a binary of 0 and 1, which is then decoded by the software of the computer. As mentioned earlier, at the quantum level, information is stored as qubits. These qubits of information are present across the entire fabric of the cosmos and represent the entire information held within the cosmos in time and space. Interestingly, at the quantum level, the binary system exists as 0 and 1 separately, but happens simultaneously and concurrently, such that both 0 and 1 exist at the same time. Information regarding past, present, or future of a quantum nature is available, waiting to be decoded, but at the present moment, there exists no technology in science which can work as a true quantum computer and has the software to understand all the information and underlying principles of the cosmos. Biologically, the human brain has been linked to the equivalent of quantum computer. An avatar in the form of being, like Sri Nityananda Paramashivam, is able to access the qubits of information stored across the cosmos as Akashic readings, as he himself is both the software and the hardware, the subject and the object of the quantum universe. Source taken from Avatar Shastra, Chapter 3, Akashic Reading, page 90. We will now introduce a video on Retrieve Your Akashic Records by the Avatar himself, Sri Nityananda Paramashivam, on the morning of 29th March 2011 at Biridhi Ashram, Bengaluru, India.
Please understand, any action you do just based on the physical body will leave its wave and the archive in physical layer. All your physical actions get gathered and archived in the physical layer of the cosmos. Understand? Even a small act you do, like a simple eating, gets recorded in your file in the cosmic physical archives. Same way, any small thought crosses your mind, like, I think I should go and lie down and sleep. Even this simple thought gets recorded in your mental layer as a file and stored in the cosmic archives. Anything happened from the beginning in all 7 levels, in all beings, is available alive. Understand? 3000 years before, when you were in the pig body or buffalo body or elephant body or dinosaur body, what you thought on particular day and particular moment can be retrieved without any corruption or mismanagement or alteration. Whole thing is available. If the action which you did is performed from the first layer, it will be available in first layer file. If it is from second layer, it will be available from the second layer file. If it is from third layer of your body, it will be available from third layer of the file. But one important thing is, billions and billions of first layer files are available. Millions and millions of second layer files are available. But only thousands of third layer files are available, because people don't function from second layer and third layer. Understand? So when you go deeper and deeper and deeper, only few thousand or few hundred files are available from the 7th layer actions.
Each individual's DNA holds its personal Akashic records. Science says that the human species has evolved with a 2-stranded DNA, which is found in every cell, which determines the form as well as the potential diseases and skills we can have. Scientists are very clear that what we think is not our original blueprint, because we are able to study only one part of the DNA till now. The other unrevealed part, which scientists have not been able to study or logically understand its function, they have labeled as junk DNA or shadow DNA. Scientists are absolutely right when they say there are 2 parts in the DNA, and one part which they are able to study is responsible for the form and diseases. The other part is what is responsible for our spiritual gifts. I tell you, the other part is what carries all the siddhis and superhuman powers. I can say the part which is already discovered is junk DNA. The part which is not yet discovered, or maybe I can use the word yet to be realized, it is this part that contains information about who you really are on a level of spiritual beingness. It is that part to which I gave the name Jivatma, the individual consciousness, or individual self-DNA. It is that part which carries our divine personality. By His Divine Holiness Sri Nityananda Paramashivam.
Setting up things for finding the names of the places, unknown places, camera with timestamp, Jnananjan, pencil and paper, Atma Murthy, and partner. Explain to the partner how you'll be verifying, how you'll be giving the details and recording all the details on the camera. Let us set up the camera. Write down the time, download the timestamp app, click on the video, ensure the time is shown on the screen vividly and clearly. Make sure the camera is facing you and the partner and recording the sound very clearly. There's no background noise. Make sure the whole recording is in a bright and wide angle place. Let us go to the guidelines. Guidelines to turn on the video camera recording. Apply the Jnananjan on your third eye. Bring your awareness to your third eye. Do the Guru Puja. Ask the partner while the names of places unknown to the manifestor, and scan the photo and write the names through the third eye, what appears on the Atma Murthy in the golden letters. Verified with what is revealed are the same names written by the partner. The partner has to write the names and show it on the camera, show the photos to the manifester. The manifester looks at the Atmamurti and whatever is revealed in the golden letters reveals in the front of the camera and match exactly what is revealed by the manifester and partner who has written the names down before we started. If it matches exactly, you have manifested the powers. If you just feel the Kundalini energy or some part is correct, wonderful, you have started manifesting more and more. Celebrate it by sharing the videos. You will start manifesting more powers. Verify the video is authentically recorded by step, all the steps clearly seen in the video. Share it with powerful cognition to your friends and families. Listen to the others' experience for more manifestation and entanglement.
Power manifestation instructions. Let's sit straight, the head, neck, and back in a straight line, so that beautifully the Kundalini energy raises to the Agnya where the manifestation happens. Usually, our awareness is on Muladhara, Swadhisthana, and Manipuraha, where navel center, your below navel center. Here, bringing the awareness to your third eye and sitting straight will give us amazing possibility of power manifestation. Now let's understand few words that Bhagavan is repeatedly using. Shaktipada, oneness, be unclutched, initiation. So here first we will see in Bhagavan's words what is Shaktipada.
Let me give an introduction about what is Shaktipada process. Please understand. You would have seen or heard about how the chicken sits on the egg and hatches. Of course, in the modern countries, this does not happen. Machine sits on the egg and our egg sits on the machine. In those days, originally when hens and chicken were getting produced on the planet Earth, the hen used to sit on the chicken and hen used to sit on the egg and the chicken will come out of the egg. See, same way, Sadashiva sitting means the ultimate cosmic energy sitting on the individual soul and making the individual soul into cosmic energy is Shaktipada. Hen sitting on the egg and making the chicken happen, same way. You may think, how come, what is going on here? That hen is only sitting just by the body heat of the hen, the egg is becoming chicken. Because no surgery is done and nothing goes inside. It's only sitting. Same way, it is just sitting. It's only the presence, the Shaktipada makes the individual soul into cosmic soul.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained Shaktipada, how individual soul becomes cosmic soul. And let's listen to initiation.
You see, let me explain the initiation. Initiation is the process beyond your intellectual understanding. The transmission of lamp happens. Now, you understood something intellectually. There is something which is not understood, which can't be transmitted through the words. That is transmitted. That's what we call initiation. Sometimes I tell people that unless you are initiated, the techniques do not create the result. The reason is you do not grasp completely whatever is expressed through words. Initiation is like it just transmits whatever need to be transmitted beyond logic
and beyond words. People ask me, why to wear this bracelet or this mala and all those things. This all will remind you. Why bracelet in the hand? It will remind you, before eating, did you meditate? It's a constant reminder. Before eating, let you be reminded, did you do the meditation? That is why this bracelet. That is why this mala. That is why this external things. Sometimes this external things does a big job of reminding you constantly. That is why take the help of external things also, nothing wrong. People ask me, why we can just be spiritual without having external things? If you can, really you are welcome. But I don't think anybody who speaks in that way is successful. I've never seen people becoming successful, avoiding the external things, just having internal things. And it is just a nice way of escaping from yourself.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained initiation. Let's listen to be unclutched. What is to be unclutched?
The thoughts, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Because the gap between two thoughts is too small. The neutral space between the two thoughts is too small. You think all the thoughts are connected and it is in the shared form. It is not. By your very nature, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Between every thought, you experience a neutral space. When you change the gear, whether you go from neutral to 1 or 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 or 4 to whatever gears you may change, but every time you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to the next gear. Even if you want to go from 2 to 3, you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to 3. Same way, between every thought, you experience a neutral space. You experience a neutral space between every thought. Between every thought. That neutral space, that silence is what I call peace or bliss. The peace which exists, the bliss which exists already in you, between every thought, the gap of the thought, the gap between the thoughts, that neutral space is the peace, is the bliss. When you understand you are unconnected, independent, illogical, and unclutched, by your very nature, you will start experiencing the neutral space in you, neutral space which exists in you. You will start living from moment to moment in spontaneity. We need to understand one more thing. This technique of being unclutched, it does miracles in your being. In the body level, or in the mental level, or in the being level. In every level, when you understand the truth, by your very nature, you are unclutched. The tremendous quantum transformation. You take a quantum jump. The transformation happens in quantum, not step by step. Just one jump. You take a quantum jump and experience the truth awakening in you.
The oneness space is the most beautiful space that Bhagavan himself is explaining how we are ferocious. Beyond the tiredness and boredom, we can experience the space of oneness and be unclutched.
Oneness is not imagination. Oneness is not visualization. Oneness is not even just declaration. It is your existence. An idea which is you is oneness. The idea which has become part of your very space, which does not tire you or bore you by the passage of the time, is oneness. Mahadeva says in the Agama, Sadashiva beautifully explains in the Agama, Kala, Yama cannot tire you or bring boredom to you if something becomes your space. Devi achieved the blissful state and union with Mahadeva on Shivaratri day because our space became oneness. Anything which brings tiredness or boredom has not yet become your space. If living in this body brings you tiredness and boredom, you are not going to be living in this body forever. When that becomes too much, you are going to drop it and move ahead. If you want to be in oneness forever, it should become part of your space, means you should become ferocious with you and break this very tiredness and boredom. Only when you deal you with the ferociousness, you break the tiredness and boredom. With that ferociousness, you need to make oneness as your space. Anything stands as an imagination in the length level, visualization in the breadth level, declaration in the depth level. If you open your time with ferociousness, it just sinks into space level. With this ferociousness, the time layer in you opens, and the oneness from imagination to visualization to declaration, it becomes your space, the way of existence.
The most important, Bhagavan says, being unclutched, understanding the Shaktipada, the oneness space, and chanting the Mahavakya. The Mahavakya, the power of the Mahavakya pushes you into the higher states of consciousness. Here Bhagavan himself explains how we can experience the Shaktipada, raised higher consciousness through Mahavakya.
It's one of the very important revelation by Sadashiva. All the electronic equipments work when the electrons are made to vibrate. That happens by the light. When the electricity is supplied, the light particle vibrates, the electronic equipment starts working. Just like that, the spiritual power and the umbilical cord connection, spiritual umbilical cord connection between you and me, it works with sound particle. For example, my integrity with the cosmos, Sadashiva, Mahasadashiva, it reverberates in certain level of frequency. When you are integrated to me, you also start reverberating in the same frequency. If your integrity goes down, that is when you start connecting with me only as a manager or this organization head or your Purvashram father, mother. Your connection with me goes down to the lower level if the integrity gets reduced. I was wondering, what is the way we can bring people to the higher integrity immediately and the feeling connection? So they start manifesting the powers. They start staying in the space of Sadashivatva. Sadashiva revealed a beautiful sound. I can tell you, this is like a password. At any point, if you are not able to bring yourself to oneness, you are a little shaken, disturbed, or for some reason, you are not able to bring yourself to oneness. This is like a password. You type, whether your mind feels connected or not, the energy will start flowing in you beyond the depth dimension. You see, all mind oscillation, restlessness, all mental idea-based feeling connected or not feeling connected is only length, breadth, depth level, not in the space level. But this sound will straight infuse energy from the space level. Like for example, if the power goes off, automatically the generator will get switched on and the power supply will be going on. So end result will not be lost. Whether government power supply or the generator power supply, end result will not be stopped. So whenever you feel little that oneness is, you are not catching it, just feed this password. Immediately the oneness will open up and you will start manifesting the powers, energy, and the whole space will shift. It is directly from Sadashiva. It's a beautiful sound. I don't even want to say it's a mantra. It is not even a mantra because there is no meaning in it. You can't derive a meaning for it. It just flashed like a password for all the initiations I am giving. One single password for all the initiations I am giving. And the initiations I gave, I am giving, I will be giving for all that. This is like one password. Don't even repeat like a mantra. Just feed like a password and it will just open up. Your whole being will open up. Listen carefully. It starts with the vibration Om. Listen and then repeat. Om. Very deep. Om. Nityananda. Nityananda. Maha Sadashivoham.
So Bhagavan gave beautiful explanation of how you can be in Shaktipada. Visualize Paramashiva who has come down as Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam from Kailasha. Remembering Paramashiva in your third eye, again and again, bringing your awareness to your third eye simply makes you manifest powers. Absolute unclutching. How Bhagavan said, the neutral zone, nothing ever touches the screen. Like same way, the movie does not touch the screen, whether it is happening in ferocious or any soft, beautiful, nothing touches the screen. Be unclutched like the screen. And to experience the state of Paramashiva, your inner space being completely unclutched. Complete completion to experience the space of Paramashiva. Inside us, the complete completion happens when we are in tune with Paramashiva. That everything is redundant and irrelevant. The essence of completion is irrelevant. Nothing matters in your life because everything is complete completion. Oneness with Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, in ferocious breaking the boredom and tiredness, just being in the space of oneness with Paramashiva to manifest the powers of Paramashiva. Tyaga as Paramashiva is your only strength, now declaring complete integrity with Bhagavan to experience the being of Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, chanting the Mahavakya raises your frequency and that is your only strength to manifest any reality. Being in this beautiful space of Paramashiva, you can experience such a beautiful space, state, powers, and becoming the being of Paramashiva, manifesting whatever you want. Now, you'll be manifesting the powers, watching the oneness capsule, and chanting the Mahavakya, Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. We'll be playing the Mahavakya and the oneness capsule for you to manifest powers. At end of the Mahavakya, you can start with the verification and sharing and causing. Thank you.
Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, Let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eye. Om Jnananda Paramashivam. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Jnananda Paramashivam. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eye. Om Jnananda Paramashivam. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Om Jnananda Paramashivam. 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 Om नित्यानंद परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानंद परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानंद परमशिवोऽहम् नित्यानंद परमशिवोऽहम् नित्यानंद परमशिवोऽहम् Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
Verification process. Verify no video editing of Shakti Avishkarna Power Manifestation video. Verify no video is stopped or restarted during the process. All the videos have timestamp and wide angle view. No clues or hints given by the manifestor to the manifestor. No Bluetooth or gadgets during the manifestation. If you'd like to use Garbha, Aushadha, Mandala, please go ahead and do so. Authentically write down the names for the pictures that are seen of the places. Match it exactly as it gets revealed. Do not tamper the data during the verification. Do it as authentically as possible for more manifestation to happen. Thank you for participating in the Akashic reading the unknown names of the unknown places.
Beautiful. We are at the end of the power manifestation, but most important part of the power manifestation. Here, we are going to share all that you have manifested with the social media groups. Here we have Sri Kailasha Kotyar Manifesting Power Groups. Thousands of people are part of that. And you can share there and you can post your powerful cognition and the videos. The link is tinyurl.com/powermanifestation. It is at the left corner of the page. You can click on it and you can post your beautiful experience in the power manifestation group. Why sharing and causing is very important part of power manifestation. Bhagavan beautifully explains that sharing is pulling us out of delusion and causing is liberating us. We are the ones who need to start experiencing the higher states of reality, how we need to exist. Beautifully, Bhagavan explains when you are sharing with others the ultimate beautiful multidimensional logic, your brain rewires into the higher space of consciousness, the Turyatita state. Again and again, when you experience even a little bit, you share with the world, your experience becomes reality. Same thing when you cause others to come and get initiated for higher reality, you are caused into the higher purpose, the ultimate reality. Bhagavan says extreme causing, extreme power manifestation is extreme causing. So beautifully he explains how our strength is declared on Paramashiva. The power manifestation happens exactly in tune to that. And sharing with the world, continuously reiterating ourselves the experience that we had from the powerful cognition and manifesting the space of Paramashiva, the state of Paramashiva, the beings of Paramashiva, we become Paramashiva. Go on sharing and causing, which is the most important part of how you have experienced your reality. When you go to a temple, we pray and we see that beautiful experience happen in us, and then share with the world that how amazing the temple experience has manifested as your reality. Same way, when you manifest powers, when you share with the world, it becomes more and more the depth cognition of you, and you will be experiencing more powers. Even if you're manifested very small, it does not matter the quantity. Bhagavan says the quality is important. If it is authentic, please go ahead and share with the world. Do not doubt, have self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred come and block anything. Experience the ultimate in deep seeking and gratitude. Bhagavan manifest in you with a deep prayer, that asking Bhagavan to make this reality as your existential reality. With that, let's end with the Purna Mantra. Thanking Bhagavan for all these great experience. We have come to the end of the Power Manifestation course, and we end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamadashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhavate Sri Nityananda Paramashivam Padaka Arpanamastu. Om Nityanandam. Thank you for participating in the Jnanapatati, Nityananda Jnanapatati course. Please go ahead and select more power manifestation and every day experience the ultimate reality for yourself. Nityananda.
Om Nityananda Paramashivoham